Hello friends, welcome back. So we have seen till now how to import library with NumPy, Pandas and a Python visualization Matplotlib library. We have successfully read one .csv file with Pandas read underscore CSV function. So let me just run it once. Now let's explore this variable explorer. So if you see this data frame object, in one of the column age there is a one value is missing, that is a none, and this type of situation occurs in a data scientist process, data scientist career many often types. If you see even happiness index, there is a one value is missing which is written by NaN. So this often come across. So in this tutorial we are going to see how to deal with this kind of missing data, how we can fill up it, how we can discard it. So it may happen that sometimes you need to take decision to discard this whole record, but once you discard this whole record you are losing the another data feature for that particular record. So it's always a trade-off whether you want to discard it or you want to fill it up. So let's see some of the strategy to fill this thing. So now in this tutorial we will fill this age and happiness index with some strategy. So before writing any kind of code, I have listed it in one Excel sheet, same thing. So same data I have pasted here: city, age, sex, smoke, happiness index and health. So if you see this part is missing, so either we can go for filling up this with the help of some kind of statistical measure like a mean value. You can fill it with any mean value of the whole record, whole feature values. So if you see the age, generally the age lies around 24 to 80, somewhere around the range. So we can find the average value of this whole record and we can fill it up. So if you select it, you will get this average value here. So average value is somewhere around 35.44. So 35.44. Same way you can fill it with a median value or a most frequent value available in a age. Same way for the happiness index also we can deduce average value like a 631.11. So same thing how we can achieve with sklearn pre-processing library. So let's see. So in sklearn, how we can impute this kind of strategy. So for that we will import some necessary module from the sklearn library. So in sklearn we'll import the pre-processing, and inside the pre-processing we'll import imputer. So let's just run it, control enter. Now let's create the imputer object. Now what are the parameter we need to pass for the imputer object? Just select it and press Ctrl I. It will give you the full documentation to create this imputer object. So if you see this imputer object, the first value is the first argument is the missing value. How you are defining this missing value? So in our case also this missing value is written by nothing but NaN. The second one is the strategy, through which strategy you want to fill it this thing. Either you can fill your missing data with mean, or sometimes as a median, or you can use the most frequent, that is nothing but the mode of the all values. So we will fill with the mean for time being, then we'll change and we'll explore that. So strategy mean. The next one is the axis. Axis means nothing but across the column or across the row you want to fill. So sometimes what happen, if you see, most of the time we need to fill across the column only, because if you want to fill suppose age, you will see the age of other data only, not for that particular records other features. So it is always a best strategy to see for all other edge. So we need to go for across the column. So if you want to see across the column, again I need to go imputer control I. Okay, so across the column default is always 0, so axis is 0, it is across the column, so we do not need to supply it, we do not need to give. But if you want to fill the value across the row based on whatever the row values are available, and those row value you want to average it out, you need to supply axis is equal to 1. So we will supply it here 1, but it doesn't make sense, default is by default it's a 0. And the third one is one is verbose, we do not need it actually. And a copy, whether you want a copy of whatever the transform data will be created as a part of your original object only. So if you supply this true, then the new copy of this input object will be created. If you supply this false, so we'll supply it false, and we have successfully created this imputer object. So let's just run it. So what happens that when you fit it and when you transform the input data, it won't generate the new object for us, but wherever there is a missing value, there only it will just append this average value. So let's just run it. Okay, so we have successfully imported this imputer, created imputer object. Now there are two-step process. To this imputer object, we need to tell that which data you want to transform. So first we need to tell to imputer object. So imputer is equal to, we'll assign it to imputer name only, and we'll give fit function, and inside the fit we will supply this x object. Now we want to transform only age column and this happiness index column. So let's concentrate on age column. So the x object only the second column, that is not the index referenced by the first one value. So we will just give x all rows and a first column only. Okay, so we have this way we are giving instruction to the imputer object that you need to deal with the data which is described by this value, whatever the argument we have supplied. So x object whose every single row only first column, column which is indexed by 1. Actually it's a second column because index is starting from 0 in case of Python, but the same thing in R, the index starting from always 1. So this is the major basic difference between this Python and R while indexing the data. After that you have given instruction to the imputer object that we need to fit or you need to operation on this data. Now let's transform it. So we need to transform now. So we have a method like a fit transform. So once you apply this fit transform, it will actually transform it. Until now we have just given instruction to the imputer object that on this data we need to apply this operation. Now in the fit transform function it will actually calculate this average value, and afterwards it will put this average value to the missing place also based on whatever the parameter we have given, missing values strategy and all those things. The same x we need to supply 2 also because we need to go with the first column, second column only. So second column and third column it won't take into consideration because the upper index limb number it won't take into consideration. Okay, so let's just run it. Okay, so we have successfully fitted this data, and after that as a part of this transformation it has given us this array. So it has transformed, and this is matching with exact our value with 35.44. So whatever the missing value was there, it has filled up with this the average value of all ages. Let's do same thing with the happiness index. So happiness index, if you see, this is the 0, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. That is the index reference by the 4 number, and we'll go for 4 to 5th the same way, 4 to 5th. Okay, so let's just run it. Okay, so it has filled the value 631.111. so here also it's a 631.111. okay, so this way we can fill the missing data. You can change your strategy to mean, to median, or even a most frequent value. So that's it all about how we can go for the missing filling the missing data in Python, and how we can use this pre-processing module of the sklearn and use this imputer class of that pre-processing module to fill the missing value. So that's it for this lecture, friends. I hope you enjoy listening to this video, and if you haven't understood anything, please write into the comment. And at last, thank you guys for the watching.